Have you ever wondered who Andrew Tate was before he became a degenerate crypto gambler and influencer? His rise to fame and his life story are marked by diverse pursuits and controversies. Andrew is a British-American internet personality, former kickboxer, and entrepreneur. This is the story of Andrew Tate. From professional kickboxer to incarceration and now pumping meme coins to the moon, Andrew's life has been epic, to say the least. Andrew was born on December 1st, 1986, in Washington, D.C., to Emory Andrew Tate Jr., a notable chess international master, and his mother, Eileen Tate.
I come from absolutely nothing. I'm mixed race. My father was black and my mother's white. So statistically, mixed race, single household, single mother household, bad area. I ticked every box to end up in jail. I ended up in jail for the wrong reasons. I guess
you fulfilled your destiny.
Can't escape statistics. I ticked every box to be a delinquent.
He also has a brother named Tristan Tate. Seeing the two brothers, you probably asked yourself, who's older, Andrew or Tristan, or are they twins? Despite being taller and more muscular than Andrew, Tristan is the youngest of the Tate brothers. Growing up, Andrew was exposed to a competitive environment, with his father being a chess prodigy. This early exposure to strategic thinking and competition shaped his mindset. Tate's initial rise to fame began with his career in kickboxing. He started training in kickboxing in 2005 and gained his first championship in 2009. Over the years, he won several titles, including the International Sport Karate Association Full Contact Cruiserweight Championship and the Infusion Live World Champion. Tate's success in the ring earned him recognition and respect in the kickboxing community. He developed a reputation for his aggressive style and powerful strikes, which helped him secure multiple world titles. In 2016, Andrew gained wider public attention by participating in the British reality TV show Big Brother. However, his time on the show was cut short after controversial comments and videos surfaced online, leading to his removal from the show. This incident marked the beginning of his journey as a polarizing figure in the public eye. After his kickboxing career and reality TV stint, Tate shifted his focus to entrepreneurship and building an online presence. He founded several businesses, including Tate's House, a webcam modeling company, War Room, a private network for successful individuals, and Hustlers University, an online platform offering courses on making money and self-improvement.
And the way Andrew Tate was doing it, he would have the girls sit in front of the keyboard, typing with their tits out, and then him and his friends would be over on the side, and they would be typing all the shit, because they knew what the guy wanted to hear. So they would type all the things for the guy, and the guys would just donate money. And they were making millions. Millions.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, you know, it's one of those things where there's certain kind of scams where I think they should be legal.
And it's become a pandemic, right? So men are replacing genuine sexual relationships with just the computer screen and porn, and it's becoming a very, very big problem. And that's also exasperated by the fact that I think the sexual marketplace has become globalized. This is the thing I say to young men. A lot of men come to me with problems, and my only answer to them is masculine excellence.
Tate leveraged social media platforms like YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram to promote his businesses and share his views on various topics, including wealth, masculinity, and success. His outspoken and often controversial opinions attracted a large following, but also significant criticism. Throughout his career, Andrew Tate has been a controversial figure. His views on women, relationships, and society have sparked debates and backlash.
They've destroyed morality in women also. So when you destroy the morality in men and you destroy how a man should act, and then you destroy how a woman should act, you're both going in the opposite direction. Most women out there are very happy to share a man who's just rich and famous, and they don't care.
It's
right. So if you're the normal guy, you know, there's this rich famous guy with 30 girls. That's 29 dudes who are lonely, and they end up watching porn. And if you have a porn addiction or you have a problem with porn, you have a problem with yourself, because I guarantee if you were the kind of man you're supposed to be, you would have no time for that.
He has been accused of promoting misogyny and toxic masculinity, which has led to bans on several social media platforms.
And I think that the correct mental model for men to have is a degree of stoicism and not to be too concerned with even how they feel. If I woke up today happy, I would have done this interview with you. If I woke up today sad, I would have done this interview with you. What's the difference? Why put so much importance on my emotion if certain things must be done? I must work, I must train, I must see Tucker Carlson, I must resist the Matrix.
You've got duties.
I've got things to do. So why are we gonna sit around and talk about how I feel if it doesn't even affect how I act?
In April 2022, Andrew and his brother Tristan were arrested in Romania on suspicion of human trafficking and other related offenses. Romanian authorities conducted a raid on their residence as part of an investigation into allegations of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. The specific allegations against Andrew and Tristan involved accusations that they coerced women into working for their webcam business. The charges included human trafficking, allegedly recruiting and exploiting women to produce pornographic content; rape, specific allegations from individuals claiming they were coerced into sexual activities; organized crime, accusations of forming an organized criminal group for human trafficking and exploitation purposes. Following their arrest, the Tate brothers were detained while the investigation continued. Romanian law allows for extended periods of detention while investigations are ongoing, which meant they could be held for several months without formal charges being filed. During this time, they were subjected to legal procedures, and their assets were scrutinized.
I've been in touch with the Tates for quite some time now. You know, I've been a big supporter of what's going on with them in Romania. And, there's a lot of back and forth about this, but I am of the belief, people, that you are innocent until proven guilty. I happen to know things a little bit differently than most people online, and I'm hoping this is going to work out the way it should, and all this gets cleared up in court for both of these young men. And very excited to sit down with Andrew. You know, some people have said to me, because I've been talking about this, Michael, why would you sit down with Andrew? And my response to that, well, why would Andrew sit down with me? I mean, we both have our things in our past. We both have allegations.
He and his brother have claimed that the charges are part of a conspiracy to silence them due to their outspoken views. They have also emphasized that their business operations were legal and consensual. The Tate brothers were eventually released from custody, but remained under investigation. The legal process in Romania can be prolonged, and they continued to face scrutiny and potential legal consequences. The legal issues significantly impacted Andrew Tate's public image. While his supporters argue that he is a victim of unjust persecution, critics point to the allegations as evidence of his controversial and potentially harmful behavior. The case has polarized public opinion and raised broader discussions about issues like human trafficking, consent, and the responsibilities of online influencers. His situation highlights the challenges and controversies that can arise in the digital age. Despite the controversies, Tate has maintained a loyal following, with many admiring his confidence, success, and unapologetic approach to life. He continues to be an influential figure in the self-help and business coaching space. Lately, Andrew has been promoting cryptocurrency meme tokens, and even created his own. According to Coindesk.com, early buyers of Andrew Tate's Daddy meme coin, apparently sitting on $45 million in unrealized value. There is no evidence to show Tate sold tokens from his doxed wallets, but some supposed insider buying activity before the token's promotion on X shows too much of the token in too little hands. Andrew's participation in crypto meme coins is no surprise considering his controversial personality. He's known for his lavish lifestyle, often showcasing luxury cars, expensive properties, and high-end experiences on social media. He emphasizes the importance of financial independence and self-discipline, encouraging his followers to pursue success relentlessly. Andrew Tate's life story is one of ambition, controversy, and transformation. From a champion kickboxer to a polarizing internet personality, he has navigated various fields with a focus on achieving success and financial freedom. His journey reflects both the opportunities and challenges of living in the digital age, where influence and controversy often go hand in hand.
They don't care.
They don't
They
care.
just instantly comply and believe. If they can make you feel emotions with a short edited clip, well then you are the enemy of freedom. You are the exact type of people they want, so they can play clips on the news, you get angry, and do whatever they tell you to do. You're the worst person in the world. When I said that my girlfriend doesn't work. It's like, why don't you want her to work? I said she can work if she wants, but she doesn't have to. Why? Because I'm rich. Mm-hmm. You're a misogynist. How does that make me a misogynist? I'm a misogynist. She's in Chanel and get a facial. I love her and I take care of her. But that's it. No, I hate women now. This is how they spin the narrative. It's insane.
I'm going to tell you what's going on. There is a thought process out there now that if you're telling a man to be a man, and we can talk about the qualities of manhood, that it's demeaning to women.
Yeah.
And I said, no. If you're telling a man to be a man and teaching him how, that's a benefit to women.
Absolutely.
And they don't get it. People don't get it. It's like you're taking a woman's rights away by being her man.
Yeah.
You know, look, I'm married 39 years, yesterday actually, 39 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And my wife could work if she wants to. Do I want her to? No, I don't want her to work. She doesn't have to work. I don't want her to work.
Yeah.
But if she wanted to and she's real, okay, you can work. You know, she does all my video work, so she works for me.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't want anybody else telling her what to do. That's just how I feel.
100%.
It's my wife.
Yeah.
I don't want another man or anybody else telling her what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a misogynist? Most people would say yes.
Yeah.
But why?
There's a large proportion of the population who would try and say you're a bad person.
Yeah, why?
And they do this because they're pitting us against each other. That's why they're trying to attack masculinity to the point where they will say, if you're remotely masculine, you are harming and hurting women, which of course is false. But they try and keep the genders divided. That's what they want to do, because genders being united, when you're two different parts of a perfect whole, that's the basis of society in the first place. We can talk about government, we can talk about all these things, but it starts with a man loving a woman, having a child. And then they decide to buy a house. If they can buy a house, as opposed to what's currently happening because they can't afford any of them. If they can buy a house, they're now interested in the schools, they're interested in the roads, they're interested in the town. They'll go to the local county fair. The town can be extrapolated out to the state, to the city, to the government, etc. It starts with that. They've broken us at the nucleus of the cell. Men and women no longer get along because we have completely different ideas. And you can blame either gender, but truthfully it's a race to the bottom for both genders, I think. Gender dynamics are now so fundamentally broken in Western societies that how can you build a society on the top of it? How can you build a society on the top of women who don't want to listen to their man ever? Men who don't want to marry a woman because she's either going to financially wreck him or he's not going to feel like the king of his own household, which is what a man wants. Why would you marry a woman who says, I'm not going to listen to you? Well, then why am I marrying you? What's the point in any of this now? You go down the rabbit hole of hedonistic insanity, this hedonistic sex and garbage. This is why we're in the position we're in the West, right? Because you can also tie that in with the broken gender dynamic, which you have. You tie that into the female empowerment telling them that they're better than men at everything. You also tie that into everything that happens to them is a man's fault somehow because they're permanent victims. And this is where you have all these fake rape charges and fake claims. How can this possibly be fixed when you have millions and millions of people having hedonistic empty sex on drugs and alcohol?
Right.
Telling the woman if they regret it at any point further on in their life, it's the man's fault. At the same time, she's better than the men in every single possible way. And these people are psyoped by Sex and the City and the internet and other garbage. Of course they're gonna have millions and millions of fake rape claims and fake kidnapping, all this garbage, all these crazy things. I said this to the mother of my child. I said, listen, I love my daughter with all my heart. If somebody hurts her, I'll go to jail. I don't care, I'll go to jail.
Of course.
But if my daughter comes to me and says, I was raped, what happened? I went out with a guy and I got drunk and I was drunk with him and I went to his house and we kept drinking and then I went in his bed drinking and I took my clothes off and then I had sex with him, but now I think because he ain't texting me, I don't want to. I'm like, I can't in good conscience kill this man. What do you want me to do now? And this subjective garbage has come by the basic breakdown of even gender dynamics now. So we have masculinity under attack on every single level.